funny. What? Every single day going MIA. Yeah, I'm over, yeah, what more can I say? 너는 지루해, move out of the way. Just let it go, boy. 머리 bling bling, style bling bling. Bet you don't recognize me. Only love me when I'm leaving. Don't you know that it's so ironic? 'Cause I don't need you by my side. I'll be fine. 혼자가 좋아 better on my own. It's ironic. What? That you love me now when I'm not around. Ain't it funny? Ha. Say you want me back, but I'm over that. If you wanna cry, you can cry. Say you're gonna change, but I know that's a lie. Don't make me laugh. Does he love me? Yes. Does he love me? Not. I don't give a damn. $20, $100 bills. I don't want your moolah. 나는 원해 chill. That boy is a loser. He's so mad, but I still 녹아내려 mellow. 혼자 살래. I don't got time for none of that. Oh, I really like it. Oh, I'm better when you're not around. Keep on like a fire. It's time to burn it down. It's too late to take it back. 'Cause I don't need you by my side. I'll be fine. 혼자가 좋아 better on my own. It's ironic. What? That you love me now when I'm not around. Ain't it funny? Ha. Say you want me back, but I'm over that. If you wanna cry, you can cry. Say you're gonna change, but I know that's a lie. Don't make me laugh. Does he love me? Yes. Does he love me? Not. I don't give a damn. It's ironic. What? It's ironic. What?
They're skating so hard, and a lot of these teams have shorter rosters or rosters with only a few extras. So they're doing double, triple, quadruple duty on skates today.
All right, out there in the white, we have Team New Zealand with 010 Skeleton, 02 Gemsky, 077 Cookie Monster, 09 Fearless, 101 Whiskers, 113 Taser, 200 Glitter Bomb, 21 Glider, 211 Dynamite, 45 Alarm Her, 53 Rainbow Dash, 67 Scarface Claw, 77 Chaos, 83 Manic Mushroom, and rounding out the New Zealand roster, we have number 9 Ink Spill.
And then up for Team Sweden, and I do apologize ahead of time for my terrible Swedish, we have 0 Miss No, 040 Sick in the Head, 112 Duellen, 123 Zelda, 13 Pussy, 14 Myron, 17 Heady Vicious, 33 El Diablo, 42 Evil Twin, 555 Blatura, 6 Catch Up, 7 Smash, 90 Man Now, 94 Stella Tilda, 95 Happiness.
Nailed it. We even had to go over to the Sweden bench and have a bit of a chat to check those pronunciations because they are some tongue twisters for us here.
Absolutely. They were so friendly and so understanding that our Swedish will not be the best today. But I also have to give some special love to the Team Sweden cheer squad off the end of turn 1. They have been in the bright yellow singing songs, doing dances. They got pom-poms. They've been bringing the vibes all day long.
Absolutely. You can definitely hear the sound of the Swedish support crew anywhere in the venue. And they all look fantastic. Like, it's so bright, it's so eye-catching. They're just bringing the most incredible vibe to this wonderful event.
They've been so great. And the best thing is they have been cheering for every other opposing team that their team has faced today. I caught them doing a few Aussie, 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 oi, oi, ois today. They were cheering for Team USA earlier. They've just been the most incredible little cheer squad all day long. I'm very, very impressed.
We can see both teams heading towards their benches to get ready for this game as we are about to roll in just under a minute and a half. We have time to derby.
And just before we get started, I want to do some extra love here for the officials, volunteering their time, travelling from across the country, from across the world, to come make sure that all of our junior skaters are skating safe and following the rules. So up for our officials today, we have Nasty Surprise, T-Bone, Butter Popcorn, Bellows, Bonnie Jovi, Mortal Comcat, Disaster Chief, Achilles Wheel, Tinker Belter, Monster,
and Lobo Cop, Jim Percival, Nailbender, Kayla, Slender Jam, Tank, Space Racer, and Maureen rounding out our stripes.
So the countdown derby is on, but it may just be a little delay as we're doing all the safety checks for our skaters. We do take the safety of our juniors and our athletes incredibly seriously, but it is good to see the officials cracking a few jokes as they go up the line, checking helmets and mouth guards and all of the safety gear, making sure everyone's ready to go.
I feel I want to know if those jokes are the same because there's been so many games today. Like either they have an incredible arsenal of jokes and things to entertain those skaters with in the gear checks, or these skaters may have heard the same joke 4 times.
I really hope it's the same joke every time. That would make me very, very happy. Plus, you know, a lot of the officials have been doing back-to-back games, 3 games back-to-back, so the brain might be a bit loopy for cracking jokes, but we're all gearing up and ready to go very shortly.
While we wait to get ready to roll, we'd love to acknowledge the support of the City of Logan and their leisure centres, because without this incredible venue that you are all seeing on the live stream, we wouldn't be having the Junior World Cup right here in Australia.
No, big thank you to Logan and the venue. Plus, they've had some pretty cracking goods in the canteen all day, keeping us going.
It has been delicious. It really has. And lots of like really actually nutritious, healthy sort of meals in there too, which has been great.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a Skate Victoria event. It is recognised by the Skate Government of Victoria as the governing and organising body of skating in Victoria, providing membership and services to clubs and providers Australia-wide. We have a lot of the gear that you've seen, particularly our Team Australia squad rolling out in CB's Design Create. Decoration for any kind of wear, a one-stop destination for bespoke clothing, decorations, and an array of different printing styles.
And a big thank you to the Humane Clinic for a multidisciplinary group of therapists, many years of experience working alongside people, offering leadership and different, more humane approach to mental health. So big thank you.
I've seen so many skaters heading over to Spank Alley, who has been offering some incredible derby gear repair services.
Spank Alley is the best. They're a bit of a hero around Australia. They do gear repairs, they do custom armbands, they can do custom shirts and ref shirts as well.
And they are the sponsor of our penalty box today too.
And it's the first time for Spank Alley to be a major sponsor of an event this large, so incredible work by Spank Alley. Thank you for your sponsorship, and we look forward to sending all of our naughty players to your sponsored penalty bin today.
And of course, Roller Derby Heaven, a family-owned and operated business, been involved in and supported the skate industry across a 35-year span. I think I saw more than a few Roller Derby Heaven stickers rolling around on helmets today.
Ooh, yeah. Completely decked out.
Well, I'm not sure if you can hear it through the stream, but that Team Sweden chant is happening. There's dancing, there's flag waving.
We've got some Viking beanies. We've got pom-poms, we've got flags.
There we go. The stream has just panned over to that amazing squad. Yes.
So if you do hear me shouting into the microphone, it's not intentional. It's just because I realize I'm on a live stream and still trying to talk over people in real life.
All right, we can see both teams taking the track, lining up for their final games of day one. A quick lead there as number 9, Ink Spill, pops straight out. And we can see the Swedish jammer
1-1-2 Duellen. Ink Spill through on a scoring pass now, grabbing the first 4 points for Team New Zealand.
You can see a blocker apiece heading to the Spank Alley penalty box there. A call up from New Zealand, locking them out of those extra points.
It's a great start for Team New Zealand, a 4-0 start for Jam 1. So we have that, I believe, is Fearless up for Team New Zealand. Seen them jam a few times today. They've been having a really, really wonderful day. And El Diablo up for Sweden. Fearless trying to take the outside line, is denied there by Sweden's defence.
El Diablo making short work of those New Zealand blockers at the front of the pack, coming around to score lead off that pass.
Fearless taking off the jammer star, trying to get through. It is denied on the inside line there. El Diablo in the pack now, scoring points for Sweden.
Some big hits happening out there on the track in this game as we see El Diablo bouncing around off those New Zealand blockers.
Just absolutely ping-ponging through, grabbing 4 more points. Sweden now on the scoreboard as Sweden's defence recycles Fearless all the way to the back of the pack.
Still with the star in hand, looking to get it away, and I think we have a completed star pass there.
Believe that is to Chaos.
And we can see Team Sweden there calling the jam. No points for New Zealand.
That's an 8-0 jam there for Sweden there, for Jam 2.
I almost feel I want to look to the stream and see if we can get some translation of some of these chants that we can hear from Team Sweden. They're amazing, and I would love to know what they're about.
I'm actually, if I can't get some translations on the live stream, I'll definitely be going and making some friends today or tomorrow and maybe seeing if I can learn the songs myself and join in. Lovely work up the inside line there by 1-3. That is Pussay.
But New Zealand is out and chasing them down. Number 7-7, Chaos.
Beautiful work by Pussay there.
Unfortunately, not getting any points on the board there, with Sweden taking the full 4 before calling it off.
Just really smart tactical jamming and listening to the bench as well, knowing exactly when your opposing jammer is about to re-enter that engagement zone and calling off and keeping them absolutely scoreless.
Yeah, I was definitely lucky enough to announce earlier today in the New Zealand-Denmark game, and New Zealand had that exact same control early on in their game. Their connection with their bench, they were calling it with such a timely precision.
Beautiful. Bit of friendly fire there for Team Sweden as Merner is jamming up against Inkspill.
You can see both jammers not having an easy out there of the pack as New Zealand stretched that pack all the way out.
Some lovely bridging, keeping that pack together while still holding defence. But Merner able to navigate their way through and grab lead for Sweden.
And we can see Inkspill still held up in the pack there. Team Sweden's defence is just locking them down.
Inkspill managed to take advantage of the chaos there, come through to complete their initial pass.
Some beautiful offense on that outside line there from Team Sweden. Getting their jam of the 3 points and shutting New Zealand out of the score yet again.
There we go. So thank you to Spinosaurus in the live stream here. I won't dare try and pronounce the lyrics, but the translation seems to be we are all Swedish fans. But I agree, we all are.
I must admit, I had one of the friends I was sitting with was listening to their warm-up song.
Yes. Wonderful lead there for Fearless by Team New Zealand. Bursting through the pack very quickly.
Unfortunately, Team New Zealand's Alama heading to the Spank Alley penalty box, joining a Swedish blocker.
Beautifully done there. Scoots to the point. The pack gets all 4 points. Team Sweden, though, does manage to steal a single point on that jam.
But yes, one of the warm-up songs, they used Google Translate to try and find out what the song was actually called or what it was about. And the lyrics translated something close to being punched in the face. So
that's in the spirit of roller derby, isn't it? We do get a bit physical, but we do love each other.
And you have definitely seen the love out there on the track and off the track with just the camaraderie with all of these skaters.
Absolutely. Chaos jamming for Team New Zealand. That is 3-3. El Diablo through with lead jammer status for Sweden.
Making short work of the New Zealand blockers at the front there and being told to keep on skating by the Swedish bench.
Chaos working hard against some really fluid defense at the front of the pack.
Sneaking through, a bit of a love tap there to El Diablo.
That was a big hit too by Chaos. Love to see a bit of jammer on jammer. And gets a power jam as well.
Yes, it has seen Diablo heading to the Spank Alley penalty box. I'm not sure what that penalty was though.
Believe it's a cut track from what we're seeing here on the scoreboard, but I could stand to be corrected. Chaos, though, in the pack, scoring points on this power jam for Team New Zealand.
And it's at that point when you realize you just created a 2-minute jam.
Yeah. As someone who jams a bit, it's a love-hate relationship with 2-minute jams. El Diablo now released from the bin and back in the pack.
As Chaos is locked down by those Swedish blockers at the back, really just not giving any ground. Looking for some offense there, but Sweden is just waterfalling around it like they're not even there.
Couple of big hits being thrown on the turn 2 there. Both jammers in amongst it with 19 seconds left of this 2-minute jam. El Diablo through with 4 more points. Chaos still working very hard, but successfully captured by just absolutely rock-solid Swedish defense.
Yeah, you can definitely see that slow grind that Sweden are creating for the New Zealand jammers. It's just like hitting that back of that wall.
Just takes all the momentum, and then they're so strong in that tripod formation that they're moving just enough to stop from getting a stop block penalty. It's pinpoint precise blocking.
So we see Team Sweden there taking a 14-point jam, bringing our score up to 34. New Zealand taking 6 points, bringing them on to 14. As we see Ink Spill taking the star again for New Zealand.
Bit of a tight, scummy pack, a couple of tumbles, but everyone seems to be all right.
Pusey coming to the front there, stealing lead jammer and taking off like a rocket.
Ingspill being drawn back.
Tricky little inside apex jump there from Pusey.
And great pack awareness as well. And you just want to step in to make sure that they remained in track inbounds and scoring points. Re-enters the pack, grabs 3 quick points for Sweden and calls it off there.
The Rainbow Dash throwing that jammer panty at the start at the bench there. No, thank you.
I'm done with this.
I'm done with this. Let me return to my pivot position.
I would like to go my happy place again. Looks like Fearless up on the jam start line up against Mania.
Of New Zealand rolling out with a pack advantage of 1 with a Team Sweden blocker standing in the box. I believe that is 040, sick in the head.
Fearless recycled all the way back and again by wonderful Swedish defense. So that's number 6 catch up, doing some awesome work there. Sweden has grabbed lead jammer status and is breaking apart Teams New Zealand defense, causing them to bridge all the way out, coming through for 4 more points.
As we see Mayer popping through again for that scoring pass, holding on to that lead.
Fearless still having to work really hard. Has taken off the helmet cover, but is just captured entirely in what I describe as jammer hell. When you're just stuck behind just a tripod that will not let you through.
Handing it off to Rainbow Dash again. May have thrown it away at the beginning of the jam. Has had to take it again. Unfortunately, taking it behind that Swedish wall, but a Swedish blocker, a 0, miss no, being sent to the bin, giving them the space they needed to make that through for initial pass.
Lots of love between the players and the Swedish fan club as they're coming off the track. Just under 19 minutes in our game remaining. Sweden have pulled ahead. Team New Zealand sitting at 14 points. Sweden 54 points now after that last 12-point jam.
The Swedish blockers are doing a phenomenal job of just locking New Zealand out of those points.
They're rotating so fluidly. If they lose one connection in that tripod, they're able to fill in that hole so beautifully. So Duellen now jamming for Sweden up against Alarmher for New Zealand, who has popped out with lead.
Bit of a shockers there to the bench on her way through with that lead. We can see a pretty big smile on their face for Alarmher. Translating it into 4 points with a beautiful apex jump on that inside line.
Beautiful apex jump. One of many we've seen today, and I hope we see some more. I love them every time.
We've seen a star pass from Team Sweden, handing it over to Miss No. And New Zealand returning the favour with a shutdown before any points.
Keeping Team Sweden scoreless in that jam. And that is a wonderful 8-point jam there for Team New Zealand. Much needed to bring that score differential back up. If you're in the live stream joining us from across the world, give some love for your team. We'll make sure to pass it along in person.
Yes, we can see some dance moves happening from Team Sweden, trying to start a Mexican wave there that just kind of stopped in the Swedish.
It filtered off a bit. That is El Diablo through with lead for Sweden up against Chaos, who does a massive hit to player 4-2 Evil Twin to come through on their initial.
We can see the New Zealand blockers working hard to try and hold El Diablo in there so that Chaos can sneak through on a scoring pass.
Not just any scoring pass, that was yet another beautiful apex jump from Team New Zealand.
It is so amazing to see the excitement from these New Zealand skaters with all of these wins that they're having. Their leads are celebrated, their points are celebrated. They're really keeping their head in this game.
It's great to see, and seeing how much love is being shared between both teams. The jammers are having good little chats and high fives on the jam start line.
Some interesting stomping happening there on the Swedish team.
I've seen that a few times from Pusey, who's now lead, and the Swedish team. Big stomps in the start. We love to see it. Inkspill also through on her initial pass for Team New Zealand.
You can certainly see that speed and intensity pick up when they want those points, and they are taking 2 for Team Sweden and scoreless for New Zealand.
It's been pretty consistent across a lot of the teams today. These packs are fast. As soon as there's a bit of movement, they are racing away through the track. So it's incredibly fast-paced derby.
You tend to see that a lot in junior derby.
They just want to go fast.
They love to go fast. Love a bit of speed and an apex jump.
Oh, yeah. Man now, jamming now for Sweden up against Chaos for Team New Zealand. Man now through with lead jammer status as Chaos has taken off the helmet cover looking for her pivot. Really jamming to the Swedish song as Man Air works up against Dynamite from Team New Zealand. Awesome effort there by Dynamite, but Man Air is through with 4 more points. Chaos still stuck on the first straightaway. Again, this Swedish defense is no joke.
They are certainly locking it down. They are not mucking around out there. They are ensuring that that jammer is kept well away from their pivot and that we don't see that star slip out so that Sweden can continue with those laps. Unfortunately, we have a power jam.
We have a power jam.
Well, not unfortunate for New Zealand.
Well, yeah, they're going to love that. They have 50 seconds to make the most of this power jam here. We'll go for the full 2 minutes as Man Air and Sweden have lost lead jammer status.
And we see Rainbow taking that star, being told by her bench, it is a power jam, you need to keep going.
Oh, yeah. Team New Zealand looking to all work together here, try and provide some team offense for Rainbow Dash.
Just creating a whole lot of chaos there as the Swedish blockers just keep reappearing in front of them.
Yes.
But we can see Mena out of the box there, coming through, trying to get through that New Zealand wall at the front and sneaking up that inside line.
That is a scoring pass there for Rainbow Dash and Team New Zealand. Bringing home 4 points for that pass and that jam. 8 points awarded to Team Sweden.
It's great to see the love coming across in the chat there. There's some New Zealand love, lots of Swedish love as we're watching from across the world. I don't even know what time it would be in Sweden at the moment.
Oh, I'm terrible with time zones. I think it's a 12-hour difference, but I'm already loopy enough with the time here. And I'm still in the same time zone from my house.
We can see both walls grinding right near that jammer line, not giving up much ground at all. As we see El Diablo bridged all the way back to the back of the pack there. And then same for Ink Spill for New Zealand.
El Diablo working up against the last line of defense for Team New Zealand. That is player 4-5, Alarm Her, doing an awesome job.
As we see El Diablo out the front to take that lead jammer status and a star pass happening for Team New Zealand. Fortunately, that pivot is still behind the Swedish wall there.
Manic Mushroom for Team New Zealand, pivot turn jammer. Hasn't put the star on her helmet yet, but is holding the panty in hand.
See Ink Spill coming in there to offer.
We will be back with you shortly. We're just having a short official timeout for the care of our players. While we're doing that, we once again like to thank all of our sponsors for looking after us today, but a big, big thank you to our first aid team. These juniors are wonderful athletes and they are playing so hard, and we are so grateful to have the experience of our first aiders here today to make sure that all our players go home safely.
Absolutely. And we can see the care that they are taking with these young folks out there. It's really beautiful to see. It's a great team that we see running our paramedics. And
we cannot do Derby without them, so big thank you to our first aid crew. And just a reminder for everyone online today, we still do have one more game this evening. So there is still more Derby action on both tracks.
We do. Coming up next on this track, we'll be seeing Denmark take on Mexico in the final game of the Fem division for day 1 of the Junior Roller Derby World Cup.
Here's your fun fact for your time zones, Blitz. We started watching Sweden's first game at 4:10 a.m. this morning. Haven't left bed yet. Time is now 12:18.
I can't think of a better way to spend a day, like just chilling in bed, watching roller derby across the world happening. It's pretty amazing.
Sounds like a dream. I think maybe I prefer to be commentating from bed, but maybe I'll just wear pajamas to the commentary desk instead tomorrow. So while this official timeout continues, we have just under 12 minutes left of our game remaining. Current scores are sitting at New Zealand with 30 points and 72 points for Team Sweden.
So again, these are the final games of our half-hour pool games happening today. And our score is currently sitting at Sweden on 72 and New Zealand on 30. We've seen some fantastic derby happening out there. The defense is just phenomenal in this game.
I'm very impressed, having watched Sweden a few times today.
And now we are watching the incredible Swedish cheer squad happening over there with their wonderful dance moves.
If they have any spare, flower crowns or one of those Viking beanies, I think I'll just have to grab one because they're amazing.
Look, I'd settle for a spoonful of energy because they are just incredible. I love the vibe that they are bringing.
And it's just love for everyone. It's so great. They're cheering for Team New Zealand. They're cheering for everyone. They're just here to bring the vibes and make sure that all the kids have a really, really great tournament. Looks like we're going to get underway very shortly. Just wrapping up a few of the official bits.
I do enjoy this Swedish song. It's a ooh la la situation happening over there.
I can follow these lyrics. Come along in Sweden's dance. Shake your body and wave with us fans. Clap your hands and stomp your feet and twirl around and twirl again.
I
love it.
I feel like that is what we've seen some of these incredible jammers doing out there, just twirling around, stomping their feet. There's a whole lot of things going on out there on this track.
Absolutely. Twirling, stomping.
So we can see both teams having a blocker apiece sitting in our Spank Alley penalty box.
The jam is live. We have Chaos jamming for Team New Zealand, but it is Pussy for Team Sweden who has come through with lead.
We've got Chaos jamming for New Zealand, being taken all the way to the back there. As we see that Swedish Royal lock down on the outside line.
Chaos trying to work a bit as a blocker while wearing the jammer helmet cover. As Pussy comes through with 4 more points for Team Sweden.
We can see that New Zealand have got 2 skaters sitting in the Spank Alley penalty box, bringing them to just 2 on track. But they are working hard against Pussy, who is unfortunately heading to the Spank Alley penalty box for forearms, I believe.
So it is a power jam opportunity here for Team New Zealand and Chaos. But that Swedish defense is locking down. Oh.
Beautiful offense from Team New Zealand on that outside line, opening it up to get Chaos through.
Team New Zealand working really hard as a unit, trying to keep Sweden split apart.
Straight through on that inside line, however.
Cocked a bit of a hit on the way through, but coming through scoring points for Team New Zealand. Pussy released from the box and is thoroughly trapped, looking for some offense, which is promptly provided.
And we can see Pussy chasing down Chaos. Bit of a jammer on jammer action there.
We'll just be taking a moment here. 94 kilos of luggage brought with them from Victoria to Queensland to make sure that our stream could go forward. And that's just for track 2. We have Beard Casts looking after track 1 with, I'm sure, probably just as much luggage brought up with them to make sure that all of our wonderful viewers who are sitting in bed in Sweden can watch our live stream today.
From all across the world, as we see these skaters. In the Femme division, we have teams from New Zealand, Denmark, USA, Australia, Mexico, and Sweden.
And that's just the female division. We also have teams in our open-end division from France, from Belgium, Canada, Great Britain. So just from everywhere, man.
That is an Australian reference.
Oh, yeah. I forget that it's an international stream and not my Victorian roller derby competition.
Yes, there is a very well-renowned and loved Australian ditty that lists a whole heap of very bizarre Australian place names.
And they are all real places as well. If you look at the lyrics, you'll think they're made up. They're not.
Yeah, if you're interested, I've been everywhere, man.
Yep, a classic. We are about to get back underway here. We have Fearless jamming for Team New Zealand, but a super quick lead there for Team Sweden, and that is Mania.
Capitalising on that space on the inside line, straight through for that lead. As we see Fearless held up at the back there with the Swedish blocker defense just locking down.
Fortunately, Mania has incurred a back block penalty, is being sent to the bin, so it is now a power jam opportunity for Fearless, who is through on her initial pass.
It's always great timing to be popping out on your scoring pass in a power jam situation.
Absolutely. New Zealand working hard, keeping Team Sweden apart, but a hop and a skip and Fearless is through up the inside line.
And we're seeing less than a 40-point difference here, and I have actually seen some 40-point jams in this tournament.
What?
I'm pretty sure over on one of the other tracks earlier on.
That's insane. I've seen some like 28, 32s, but a 40-point jam, but it is doable. Oh. A couple of tumbles, but everyone is up and all right. Fearless working at the back of the pack against, again, just incredible Swedish defense. Mania also working up the front of the pack, is through after being released from the Spank Alley penalty bin.
Some beautiful line work there from the Swedish defense. Popping that New Zealand jammer Fearless out on the line and bridging them all the way back. Looking almost stuck there. They've got their legs stuck in the wall.
That's how tight that seam is between those two Swedish defensive players. Seam together so tight, you get your legs stuck.
We're seeing a hugely physical gain here for the level of play that these skaters have been enduring all day.
All day. I mean, I think this is both teams' 4th game today.
4th game.
And again, don't let the half-hour games fool you. They are working so hard.
I feel like they're fitting nearly a whole game of roller derby into 30 minutes with the level of energy and physicality that we're seeing out on this track.
Absolutely. They're leaving it all out there. Some massive hits, huge athleticism. Oh, here we go. On the live stream chat, love to get some local Aussie trivia in between jams. I am happy to provide. For those who may be international guests rewatching the stream right now or rewatching games in the future, today is in fact a very special day for local Aussies. It is Triple J, our famous radio station. That's a government-funded radio station that promotes and funds independent music and homegrown music here in Australia. They do a Hot 100 countdown every year, but it's the radio station's 50th birthday this year. They are doing a Hottest 100 of the best Australian songs of all time. So if you want to get some Australian history, some of the best Australian music ever made, look up Triple J Hottest 100 Australian Songs and educate yourself on the best of Australian music.
All right, we can see Duellen lining up on the jammer line for Sweden. Although we've just seen
I believe that's ink spill for Team New Zealand.
Ink spill for Team New Zealand. We're in an official timeout, but ready to roll.
Duellen working up the inside line there, grabbing lead jammer status for Sweden as Inkspill is recycled to the back.
Seeing that star come off, looking for a pass, but the New Zealand pivot is not quite going to take it. And then we have a star pass being completed there. Not where you want to be when you take the star.
No, unfortunately not. Whistle's been blown, bit of confusion.
Such attentive listening to the refs just then. All the blockers seemed to stop and listen to what was happening.
Absolutely. We do love everyone listening to our officials, and they must love it too. It happens so rarely sometimes. Duellen coming through for another scoring pass.
As we can see, Duellen grinding against that that New Zealand wall, with beautiful offense coming in to assist.
And it is a power jam for Team Sweden as well. Inkspill has been sent to the Spank Alley penalty bin.
Well, I do have a fun little piece of trivia that connects to both Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, tell me more.
Seeing as we have a New Zealand team on track. It is a pretty contentious issue where one of Australia's very famous and favourite desserts comes from the pavlova, which is kind of like a very sweet meringue.
Topped with fresh fruit.
And it's very contentious. I'm looking over at our wonderful support crew, Genocide, who is having a good chuckle at the fact that this is such a contentious issue in Australia. The New Zealanders want to claim it. The Australians want to claim it. It's an absolute delight. Who cares where it comes from? It's delicious.
A Christmas Day tradition in most Australian households. Whether or not it is New Zealand or not, I would... With all the lovely Team New Zealand supporters both surrounding me and in my live stream chat, I wouldn't dare to proclaim it as Australian currently. Another super catchy chant here by Team Sweden's fan club, support club, cheer squad.
As we see an official timeout happening, there's lots happening on track. It almost looks like both teams have just swapped entire walls. I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. It's a very interesting situation.
Very intense bend strategy happening that we are not privy to. But yes, it does seem that there will be a power jam start for Team Sweden as Inkspill for New Zealand is still in the bin. So there's some very serious strategy going on here.
Yeah, I feel like there's some very maybe frustrated lineup trackers out there who've just had to completely change their paperwork.
So that is the rolling whistle there. Jam's about to get back underway.
I'm being told it's okay. It's not real paperwork, it's digital paperwork. So very changeable, in fact.
Love it.
We can see both teams starting quite high up near the pivot line there, as we're starting with a Swedish power jam.
And look at all the players lined up. Oh, relax there, but they were set right on that pivot line. And some love here in the live stream. I hope you guys like the foxy Swedish national team outfit designed by me. Thanks for commenting, Peter. I am a big fan. I think the uniforms look fantastic, and the Team Sweden is absolutely rocking them.
Yeah, I must say, I did see one of our little Australian fans who's been running around supporting Team Australia all day has jumped ship. I did see Goose from Townsville deciding he wanted to join Team Sweden and running around in a Swedish shirt.
Fair enough. All right, power jam start is underway for Team Sweden with Duellen jamming.
We've got...
And it took 3/4 of a lap with the pack moving very fast for Duellen to come through, but they have acquired lead jammer status.
And we see New Zealand's Cookie Monster 077 just being trapped at the back of that Swedish wall there, really holding back to try and create some strategy to stretch out that power jam.
Absolutely. Trying to keep a hold of where the pack is and how far those New Zealand blockers can push out in front.
And we've seen the difficulty our jammers are having against that absolute incredible defense from Team Sweden. As a blocker, it's probably not where you'd want to be either.
Seems to be some confusion here about whether the jam is still active. The jam has ended and been called. Oh, here's another contentious point in our chat for you. Is Crowded House from New Zealand or Australia? Crowded House is a very famous band in these parts, but I believe as they have been featured in this Hot 100 countdown I have referenced, because half of their band members are considered Australian, which was the prerequisite. At least half for a band entry has to be Australian.
Does that mean maybe we can just claim half the Pavlova as well? We can share?
Oh, I'd love to share. That sounds great. Let's do that. That sounds way more diplomatic. So we have just under 5 minutes remaining in our game here. As the scores stand, we have Team New Zealand on 50 and Sweden have pulled ahead. They're sitting on 112.
I just end up watching the game so intently. It's like I almost forget there's a score sometimes because there's just such incredible things happening out on the track. I'm not even looking at the scoreboards.
No, and there's just so much things to comment on that we're not really paying attention to the score. So Pusse jamming for Team Sweden through with lead, and Inkspill released from the Spank Ellie penalty bin, also through on her initial.
We have number 9, Inkspill for New Zealand, coming around there so super low as well.
Really trying to get underneath the opposition defense. Both jammers through having scored 4 points.
The Swedish jammer, Pusse, giving some very clear direction to what they wanted from their wall there.
But does keep, unfortunately doesn't grab any points on that last pass. So that is a 4-all jam for both teams. So Chaos up again for Team New Zealand. But Pusse in the bin. This is a power jam start for Chaos and Team New Zealand.
As we see the pack slipping back behind that jammer line as they are just not giving Chaos any space or any room to move.
Everyone's just mixed up together in a very tight, scrummy pack, trying to open up some room.
Some beautiful offense there. I think it was number 2-1 from Team New Zealand, which is
Glider.
Glider. Beautiful offense to get Chaos out there for lead jammer status.
A sacrifice has been made by Team New Zealand. That was a wonderful shirt whip for Chaos off teammate. That was 0-2 Jemski.
And we see Pusse is out from the penalty box through on that initial pass and racing around the pack to come and try and get those points. But Chaos is calling it.
With all 4 points in hand as well. And that's something I have noted watching Team Sweden play today. Their jammers are fast. Super low, incredible technique. Just one of those beautiful, beautiful crossover techniques that you'd look at to learn how to skate. Wonderful, wonderful to watch.
With just 2 minutes on the clock left. Interesting fact about number 09, Fearless, who has just stepped up to jam for New Zealand. It is their 16th birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday, Fearless.
Happy birthday.
Awesome work today.
When you look back and watch this stream, you'll remember this birthday for forever, I think.
I think so. Happy birthday, Fearless. Here's a lead jammer status for you.
Here is a lead jammer for you. Happy birthday.
That would be my favorite birthday present. Man, they're working up against some tight New Zealand defense at the top. Dynamite doing everything to try and keep Mané contained and does draw a cut track penalty. So it is a power jam for the birthday girl.
Unfortunately, 2-1-1 receiving a penalty in the mix of that as well. The New Zealand captain heading to the bin with the Swedish jammer.
Oh, and a lovely bit of offensive help there. Just getting an absolute shove to get through the pack there.
Do you know what's better than a power jam, than a lead jammer status on your birthday? A lead jammer status with a power jam.
Oh, This put the cherries right on top for you, Fearless.
Gifts all around for Fearless, but it's definitely not gifts because she is working hard.
Unfortunately, Manair sent straight back to the bin after re-entering. It is a double power gem.
The birthday surprises just keep coming.
I think that was the commentator's curse. It might have been the commentator's present for Fearless and Team New Zealand.
As we can see some beautiful offense from Team New Zealand there, really making a mess of that Swedish defense that has been so strong all game.
Yeah, even with a double power gem and a pack advantage, it is a no easy task getting through Team Sweden today.
As we see Fearless pushing out 12 points at this point, we'll see if we're going to make it to...
And an official review has been called. I might just pop in and see what's going on.
All right. We have an official review happening here. As we see our officials gathering into the centre, and my wonderful co-announcer has just snuck on in to find out for us exactly what's happening in this particular official review. While we wait with bated breath to find out what we are reviewing, we would like to acknowledge the wonderful people and organisations that are supporting this event and making it possible. We have the City of Logan Leisure Centres, our insurance provider Skate Victoria, CB Design Creates, Humane Clinic, Roller Derby Heaven and Spank Alley. What's the news?
Back with the hot goss, but not as hot as I could have hoped for. Team New Zealand using their official review as a timeout. As you can probably hear the chants now for one more jam.
After a fabulous jam, locking in 12 points for the birthday girl Fearless on her 16th birthday, getting that double power jam and lead jammer status.
Oh, heaven.
We can see New Zealand calling that official review to get that one more jam we were all looking for.
And for our final jammers, we have Alarm Her for Team New Zealand up against Duellen for Team Sweden. Alarm Her working side to side, trying to shake off Swedish blockers, as Duellen is very much captured at the back of the pack.
And we see Team New Zealand getting the lead there. Alarm Her celebrating as she rolls around that track, taking an outside line for those points with an easy straight through the pack.
Beautiful edge work, just slipping from outside to inside by Alarm Her there.
Even a lovely little whip off her own blocker on the way through.
Yeah. And a power jam as the New Zealand bench just erupts with joy at that news.
We see the smiles on the faces of these New Zealand skaters as they are closing that gap, 78 to 116 in this final jam.
50 seconds remaining. Oh, big hit by Alarm Her there.
You can see the New Zealand offense just making short work of that Swedish wall.
And there's big smiles on Alarm Her as she's coming around that apex. Everyone's having an absolute ball on this final jam.
And the best thing is we still have 20-something seconds of it.
I love it. So Duellen has been released from the Spank Alley penalty box and is through scoring points for Team Sweden.
Slippery up that inside line, and such flair and style, just cruising around the track backwards.
Waving to the fan club, and listen to those cheers.
What an ending to our Sweden and New Zealand battle out there today.
That was a really, really fabulous game from both teams. The defense was point perfect, and the jammers worked incredibly hard and showed off some lovely apex jumps and fancy feet, and we celebrated a birthday.
And we definitely celebrated a birthday in those last couple of jams, as we see Sweden ending the game on 124 with New Zealand on 86.
So thank you for joining us on our game here today with Sweden and New Zealand. We do have one more game in the female division tonight if you'd like to stay with us for Denmark against Mexico. But I've been Kilbo Baggins. Thank you for joining me.
And I've been Splits. Have a fabulous time, Derby lovers.
Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Built to thrive, ain't just here for the ride. Don't know how I caught this stride, but since then it been live, I'm up early. Cause I ain't missing the shot when I'm worthy. I've been chasing rings, they only want in the jersey, yeah. Slim it thin after the Benjamin versus unlimited. Blood in this ink, I've been hemorrhaging. Take me to imaging. No, they can't match with their energy. That's why I'm finna be taking the game to new levels. Just peep how I'm sending it. I put the music up first and competition come last. Repetitions beat them beyond recognition. We are eons ahead. Wait till the price catch up. I always knew I'd win. It's how my life set up. Slim don't fold. Probably bumping some old in the whip. Game sold from the people much older out here. Keep patience in your calling. We'll reach you, but you probably prolong it if nobody can't teach you. But back to this greatness unfolding. I don't see nobody outpacing. I'm focused, mental in shape, and I ain't shaking this motion. This can make a movie on screen. When I step out there, it's seen with me gold. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show.